everyone, good evening and welcome back to our live sessions. Today we are going to visit the Physio Rehab. Yes, we have with us live a physiotherapist, consultant and a rehab specialist, Dr. Anjana Logani. She's a founder of Physio Rehab and she's going to answer all our questions regarding physiotherapy. Firstly, thank you for joining in live always and appreciating the live sessions, DMing all the questions that you'll always DM me when I put up the story. So it really motivates me to come back live. And hi Aryansh, hi Ashish, hi Sushant, hello Meshwari, and let's see if Dr. Anjana is here. So she's not yet here, but she should be here really soon. So she's very new. Doctor is right here. So let's send her a request. So like I was telling you all, she's very new to the whole digital media and she's doing really well because there are a lot of live sessions that she's been doing. And I'm trying to send her a request and here we send her. So Physio Rehab is conducting a lot of live sessions and you can go on the Physio Rehab page and also see the sessions that she's already done. Hi, doctor.
Hi, Shweta. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone who has joined us.
So I was just telling them that you're new to the whole inside digital media.
Yes.
And I was saying them the live sessions that you've already done, which are concentrating basically on the neck and the back and the preventive workouts and all to go and check them out because they are really enlightening. And today we have a lot of questions for you. So we're going to try and ask you as much as we can with our time limit.
Happy to answer them, Shweta. Firstly, thank you for having me over on your Insta live program. And I'm really excited to share my knowledge. I think at this moment with the lockdown and all the possible restrictions we all have, I think according to me, physiotherapist is your best friend at the moment because you don't need injections, you don't need too many investigations to sort out some of your problems. And if you need it, then the physiotherapist can definitely guide you in the right direction. So thank you.
Totally agree with you on that because suddenly we all are doing too much physical activity that we don't even realize, but there's been an excess of everything right now with the lockdown.
You bet. Everything is on the other extreme, you know. या तो कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं या बहुत कुछ कर रहे हैं. Yeah.
और दोनों में प्रॉब्लम हो रही है अगर कुछ नहीं कर रहे तो भी प्रॉब्लम है और एक्सट्रीम कर रहे हैं तो भी प्रॉब्लम है.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
So, doctor, the first question, because we are talking about physio rehab. So, a lot of people say, what is physio rehab? Because generally, rehab, the moment people hear, it's like, oh, addiction, say, yeah. So, if you could just tell us, how did physio rehab happen and what is it?
Yeah. So Physio Rehab is actually my baby, which was launched 10 years back. After being in hospital practice for over 17, 18 years, I thought, I wanted to package physiotherapy in a way where we are able to reach out to more and more people who may have injuries, may not have injuries, to help them improve their health and fitness. But we did it in such a way that it is a holistic approach. I'm a big believer that if I'm a physiotherapist, I might look after your physical fitness needs, but there is a mental aspect to it, there is a nutritional aspect to it, there is a spiritual aspect to wellness. And I think if we don't put that all together and respect each other's role, I don't think we really do good service. So that's how it got conceptualized in around 10 years back. And we've actually, this was our 10th anniversary year. We had planned some great stuff to happen, but God had other plans now. So I'm using this opportunity to go into the digital space with people like you and spread the information, spread the knowledge.
Yeah,
We
I
have
think
five
now that
clinics
you said
across.
10 years, I have known you for 10 years, and I must say that.
You know me for more years, Shweta. Much more. Much more. At least 14, 15 years you know me for.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
literally like a decade.
Yes, yes, darling. Very much. Very much. And I must say you have evolved beautifully, very gracefully. And I can really say that to all your Insta fans that I have seen her evolve and find her own space on this earth. And I think that's more power to you, Shweta.
Thank you. Thank you so much, doctor. So, generally there's a perception that one should visit a physiotherapist only once the damage is done. Like nobody comes पहले. तो ये क्या है? क्यों है?
Well, that is sort of बोलते हैं ना कि from long time this is what it's been. The image of a physiotherapist is you go to a physiotherapist for massage, for pain, for very passive treatment. Hot pack दे देंगे, कुछ electrical दे देंगे, and stuff like that. But physiotherapy has become an extremely important part of medical field. It's a branch of medicine where you give no injections, you do no surgery, you are not being very invasive, but helping the body heal itself. We are basically a catalyst guiding the body to heal itself. You come to a physiotherapist for various problems, joint problems. You can come for problems with your lungs, with your heart, with your skin. Sometimes certain things, cancer patients, children. So a lot of people don't know that physiotherapy means when there is pain, but you can actually come to a physiotherapist for so many other problems. And now we have also gone into the fitness field. You know what, Shweta? Nobody's body is perfect. Okay.
True.
We really wish that all of us had that chiseled body and all, but everybody's genetics is different. Okay. And depending on the body that God's given you, you have to build on that. And I think a physiotherapist is in a unique space where we can assess you and guide you before the injury happens. We call it prehab,
Okay.
preventive rehabilitation. And that I think is very important, that people should understand that you want to do a Zumba class, something you've never done in your life, or belly dance, never done it. Just get yourself quickly assessed by a physiotherapist so that you know what are your strong points and what are not your strong points. If you want to be a runner, you want to be a marathoner, but is your body fit to be a marathoner? Then you'll end up with injuries which go on forever. You'll end up with expensive bills because you have MRI, surgeries to go through. So a lot of patients who come to us, actually when we finish with them, they say, I wish I had come to you 5 years back. I would not have messed up my body. And then it becomes a vicious cycle. One injury not healing leads to many more other injuries. So I think that is what in a nutshell is preventive rehab, active rehab, injury prevention, and what we call as performance enhancement. You're
Okay.
good at what you're doing. So say I'm a runner. I'm running, say, 42 kilometers, but I want to go to the next level. What is the next level? Going for ultra marathon, going for triathlons, being an Ironman competitor. You got to work with your body much more harder. You're upping your game. And to up your game, I think a physiotherapist plays a very important part as a part of the team that looks after you. Yeah.
True. Like you said, it's all like Shan Bagh is sending thumbs up. A lot of your clients are sending thumbs up. The viewers are sending thumbs up on what you've said. Rajesh Mansukani saying, well said. Parth is sending a thumbs up. Very enlightening. Smita Udrani is saying, hello, Anjana ma'am. Hello,
Yeah.
Dr. Saju. Hello, Abin. So, and official physio rehab has also joined us.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. And I hope that I'm able to shine some light on some of your doubts and myths and facts and we can clear it. Happy to answer.
So, doctor, like you were saying, it's very important. You have been doing some online preventive workout sessions. So, what
Correct.
is a preventive workout and how can one get in touch for this online workout sessions?
So it's like this, after the lockdown happened, obviously everybody just ran into their homes. Okay. I think no one knew what hit them. We all thought it's a 1 week lockdown. Let's have a little chill pill. Let's have a holiday. Not realizing within 10 days we are going to have no one to do our work. We are on our own,
True.
and as Modi ji says, Atmanirbharta. So we all who didn't cook were cooking. People who had never probably taken a jhadu in their life were doing things. You have kids at home. So a lot of attention had to be given to the children. The children are with so much energy. You have to keep them occupied with certain activities. So a lot of responsibility of a different kind came on all of us. And initially everybody started, okay, it's family time, let's enjoy it and all. But then the practicality caught up. And by April, we started getting so many calls from people saying, I'm gone, I'm finished. I don't know how this is going on. Now the lockdown is till May end and everything. People panicked, and people who obviously were a lot into exercising, enthusiastic people, they didn't know
True.
what to do with themselves. They started running up and down the stairs, doing 3 hours of yoga, power yoga, and all. So everybody started busting their knees, their backs, their shoulders, and different parts of the body. So obviously, we attended to all those with online video consultation and sorted them out within few sessions. Nobody had liberty of time
Yeah.
and privacy. They did not have any privacy in their homes to do too many sessions. So the online consults had to be very effective and very to the point, sort the person out so that he can get on with his life. Then we started getting a lot of calls around May saying, you know what, doc, I have done nothing in these 2 months. I'm putting on weight, I'm feeling so lazy, and things like that. So we said, listen, we can do a preventive plan for you. And obviously, depending on the person's requirements. So, say if she's a mom at home with small children, she has to lift them up, nurse a baby. A lot of women started delivering children just now, their postnatal care, and things like that. So we started putting together a program for them. So we did a program for postnatal, purely for ladies post pregnancy, so that they
Okay.
can look after their babies, senior citizens, preventive, poor things. They were all alone at home, no one to look after them. Things like that happened. People who wanted us to address some other fitness requirements. So we would have them in front of us, either a Zoom meeting, which they could record, and we had a session of 45 minutes, and it really worked well. It really worked well, and a lot of our patients have vouched for that. They're actually not patients. They don't want to be patients, let's put it that way. And I think it was, and even we were surprised at our creativity. Everybody
Yeah.
doesn't have a dumbbell at home. Everybody doesn't have, certain equipments at home. How to use your house furniture, your chair to give you a full functional workout. And it was fun. And the team started really enjoying and, started making ideas. Abhi kya kare? How to use your chair, how to use your sofa, how to use your bed, and things like that. And I think it worked out pretty well for them, pretty well for them. So now when the lockdown is getting over or some restrictions, people are getting back to work with minimal injuries, minimal injuries. So I think that's what the online sessions give value for. Under the present scenario with Corona going to be there for some more time, people who don't wish to come into our clinics can avail of the online consultations, which will give value because you have an experienced, trained physiotherapist with you for at least 45 minutes to 1 hour. Eyes
So
on you.
everyone, now you know that if you want to have a session, please do not wait to damage yourself. If there is anything, you can DM Physio Rehab and get in touch with them regarding the online sessions. And don't worry, if you don't have TheraBands at home, they will work out with what you have at home. But don't hurt
Absolutely.
yourself. So, Dr.
Absolutely.
Anjana, the 2 second skin is saying, Dr. Anjana, you're the best. Next official is saying hi. Sahil Khan is saying hello. Sonal Bhatija is saying amazing. Um,
Thank you, Ritu.
Ryansh is saying, yeah, ma'am, this is truly helpful. Physiotherapy is something that has been underrated. Dr. Sajid Mughal is saying, I've got meniscus tear, grade 2 from aggressive treadmill running. Could physiotherapy help or shall he go for arthroscopy?
So the answer would be firstly is have you done any physio? Okay, after you get an injury like a meniscal tear, it's a complex thing to explain technically, but there are various grades of meniscal tear. Meniscus is the cartilage of your
Okay.
knee. It is torn. Imagine your fabric of your t-shirt is torn. The more you use it, the more it's going to tear. You got to give time for it to heal. There are certain types of meniscal tears that need absolute surgery. Okay. But if you've not explored physio, you must try 4 to 6 weeks of physio and prepare your knee for the surgery. The surgeon will go in arthroscopically and only repair the meniscus. But what about the rest of the muscles that are around? Okay. And when you ran, what was it? Were you having an incorrect technique of running? Because after the surgery, you will still want to go back to running. So how are your muscles of the hips? How are your buttock muscles? Is your ankle all right? Do you need insoles for your feet? Your shoes. So a lot of things can be analyzed for you. But do take an opinion from an arthroscopic specialist, a good arthroscopic specialist, so that you know that you are doing it right. Yeah.
Thank you, doctor, for Dr. Sajid Mughal's question. Sachin Shan is asking, he went from a severe ITB injury to running a full marathon, all because of physio rehab. So he wants to thank physio rehab. And Rajesh
Thanks.
Mehta is saying, are the clinics safe enough? Are you able to maintain the safety protocols?
Oh, well, you know what? In the month of May, when we thought of starting our clinics, we were waiting for the government as well as our Maharashtra Physiotherapy Council to give us the guidelines. We also had a chat with some of our friends and colleagues overseas, in Australia especially, to see what they were doing to ensure full safety of staff as well as the patient. Taking all that into consideration, we had a special SOP, standard protocol, for cleaning, hygiene, sanitization, and screening of a patient. So if somebody is above a certain age group, is coming maybe from a red zone, has had exposure, has recovered, but does not have any other comorbidities, as in he doesn't have diabetes, is not having any other immunosuppressed issues, then we were giving them clearance. Because of social distancing, you cannot book a patient appointment with another patient. So what we call as spacing out of all appointments. So earlier our clinic could have within an hour over 12 patients. But now we can't call more than 6 patients on the hour because of the 3 feet social distancing that has to be maintained. Every physiotherapist during your treatment, before and after, will personally clean the bed and anything that has been used by them. They are wearing gloves, they are wearing masks, they are wearing face shields. And every time you walk into our clinic, you are again given a declaration. You have to declare that you are safe. And that same declaration is by the staff also. And we have counseled our team that even if restrictions have reduced, you should travel from work to home and home to work. Don't go running around everywhere, socializing and doing some of the things that we shouldn't be doing. So the basics are very simple, Shweta, and I'm glad this question has been asked. Basic thing keeps life simple within this crisis. Wash your hands. If you don't have that, then use a sanitizer. Don't keep using sanitizers. They are chemicals
Sanitizer.
today. Alcohol on your hands will make your skin dry. Sometimes you will get sneezing and you might think, oh my God, I got corona. But actually it's just the overuse of sanitizer. Wear a mask. Maintain a distance of 3 feet with people around you, including family members. You don't need to go around hugging people. You don't need that. The namaste is good enough. All right. I mean, I'll tell you simply, last 5 months, I haven't hugged my mom and dad. I want to do that to them, but just can't do it. And it's okay. It's okay. It's for their safety. Okay. So,
So
yes,
doctor,
as safe as it can be. Let me put it this way, Shweta. We all have to maintain safety, and then the rest of it is up to our
yeah,
destiny of
that's true.
what will happen. But if we are going to be silly, then there's a price to pay. Yeah.
So Meenal Malkani is asking, do you think online virtual physiotherapy is as effective as face-to-face physiotherapy?
That's a very tricky question, Miss Meenal, that you've asked me. And even we've discovered that along the way. We also were very doubtful. We had a couple of cases who came to us saying, I have a fracture. I've just got operated before the lockdown. My plaster is out. Can you do online physio? And I was like, ooh, what kind of results are we going to give them? But you'll be surprised. The commitment of the patient was very high because they were doing online and they knew that they had to count on themselves. They had to
True.
be extremely committed. They had to be compliant with the program. They could not say, "हाँ कल मेरे physio के साथ मैं करूँगा." No, So of course, when you put the hands of the physio on you, it is obviously the human touch, the expertise you cannot compare. But under the situation, you can definitely at least expect a 75% improvement and recovery very easily. And then as the clinics have opened up, whatever else was left, we call them in maybe once or twice, and they have been fine and they are all discharged. So yeah, I mean, face to face is better, but under the scenario, I think it's very possible, and it's amazing how the human mind can work. The patients who usually wouldn't be compliant have started becoming compliant.
Oh, nice. Because
Yeah,
that's a very rare thing. Otherwise, you just have this thing that, oh, we have a session after 3 days, so we'll just manage then.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of hearts are flowing your way on this. And also Pooja underscore PT saying Dr. Anjana creates the best of physios and physiotherapy in town. She's the go-to physio all time. I totally agree with you, Pooja, on this. There is no doubt there.
That's very embarrassing, Pooja. That's very embarrassing. We try our
She
best.
is
We try our best.
she is saying adaptation to situation is of utmost importance.
I think that is so important and so relevant because as human beings, we are evolving creatures on this planet. And
Yes.
if we don't evolve, but the evolution has to be a positive one.
Yeah.
It has to be productive. We have to make it productive. Shweta, me and my entire team would very safely sit in our safety of our homes and say, you know what, 6 mahina dukaan band karo and let's just be home.
Yeah.
Very, very easy to do that. When we started getting the calls from everyone saying, we need you. Doc, are you there for us? There was no way that anybody in my team or myself will say, हम घर बैठने वाले हैं. You get me? So when the people around us, the community around us needs us, we are there. We may not be frontline workers in a COVID hospital, but there are many other non-COVID ailments also that can't be ignored. We've had people
True.
call us and say, my father had a stroke, and we need physio. Under the circumstances, we can't do house visits. We are not supposed to do house visits unless it's a critical situation. So we were able to do the online work and benefit. You get me? So our patients trusted us. People wanted us back. So we came back and said, okay, we are there for you. And that's how physio rehab has evolved. It's evolved over the last few weeks. And saying, we are here, we're here. We're just here for all of you.
Physio rehab has evolved a lot, and inshallah it will evolve a lot because I remember when we started, there was a small clinic, and today there are like 5 clinics and way more to go.
Yeah, God willing, we should get there.
So, Rajesh Mehta 050971 is asking, Physio Rehab also does Pilates, right? How different is it from other studios?
Okay, so I think Pilates is, most people should know what Pilates is. It's a form of, it's actually a concept, okay? It's a thought of exercise that looks into working the whole human body with various elements which are there. It looks at the mind-body connection. It pays a lot of attention to breathing. It helps in toning. It helps in getting nice flat abs. Your muscles become more leaner, longer. You start looking taller as a result of that. The way you move becomes more agile. And there are various other benefits of Pilates. And there are many, many Pilates studios across the city of Mumbai and all across the world. The uniqueness of having it in physio rehab is you have a physio who is trained in medical knowledge, at the same time is trained in the Pilates workouts, which can be non-machine based and machine based work, equipment and non-equipment work. And because there's a physio doing the session, it is customized as per your requirement. So say if you've just had an accident after which you need to come back to strengthen your knees, you can do it.
Hmm.
If you have an
Okay.
ACL injury, instead of doing regular rehab, you can actually do your rehab on the equipment. And it gives you far, far, far better results and faster results. I could have a mom who's just delivered a baby. I could have someone with osteoporosis. I could have someone with a neurological problem also coming in. That is your medical cases. But you can have a physio helping you with your fitness, your weight loss, your inch loss, and because we can customize it depending on your past medical history. Do you understand? So, a physio is a unique person in a Pilates setup because then they can modify it and you can prevent a lot of injuries that can happen, potential injuries that can happen, and it's designed for you. So we've had swimmers who come to us saying that, you know what, I do professional swimmer, I do freestyle, I practice 3 hours of the day. After that, I'm in severe pain
Yeah.
because they have a lot of overused muscles. Now, if I just bring them into my clinic and say, okay, let me massage you, do some needling, but if I look at their muscle imbalances and work with the Pilates equipment, they get results like that. So it's more advanced rehabilitation, as I would call it, in a physiotherapy
Okay.
setting. Yeah.
So Aryansh underscore Kumar is saying it is very true, ma'am. इंसान ही इंसान की काम आता है. Thank you for all your support during the pandemic. Lots of respect to you. Deepak Babu is saying, and Pooja is saying, pleasure, ma'am. It was a privilege to learn from you. And lots of hearts coming your way again. So the next question that doctor, a lot of people have asked me, strengthening muscles is important, but what is the importance of strengthening the core?
Okay. So the word core, CORE, is a word that is used by, I would say, just about everyone. A
Yeah.
layperson will ask that question, will say, my core, I know my core is very good. You will have a trainer saying the same thing. You will have a physio saying the same thing. Even our doctors will write prescriptions saying core strengthening. But what is the meaning of core? Core is the center. Now you have the core of the earth. You have the core in the center of the body where your center of gravity or your body is best balanced. Now, each part of our body is individual core. So I will have a core of my shoulder, my hip, my neck. But there's an overall center of the body, which is somewhere near the lower back area. And you have couple of muscles that are attached to this center, and they work in holding your body up in a good way. That means if you have a good core, you will use your body with the least possible energy consumption.
Okay.
Okay? That means if I go for a walk and I'm going to use a certain amount of energy, if my core is good and strong, the energy I consume will be less. So I won't get tired very easily and I will be able to do much, much, much more. So that's one of the benefits of the core. The core is the center of the body, and then your hands and your legs come out of it. So if your core is not strong, the main pillar, your arms and your legs will be weak. So a simple activity like climbing a flight of stairs, that's the most basic thing all of us should be able to do. But so many people say, I can't climb one flight of stairs without getting tired or feeling something not right. Okay? People, any average human being on this earth should be able to walk 2 kilometers at a certain speed. But if you don't have a good core, that is what happens. And if your core is not strong, if your center of the core is not strong, you'll keep falling. That's one of the
Okay.
biggest aspects of poor core. You keep falling, you keep tripping. So when a lot of our patients come to us, oh, I keep spraining my ankle, doctor. I didn't do anything, but my back gave way, my knee gave way. When we assess them at the clinic, the first thing we check is the core. So sometimes patient asks us, I came to you with a knee problem. आप मेरे को और क्यों करा रहे हो exercises? I'm like, trust me, do it for 4 sessions and tell me how your knee is feeling. And sure enough, they will get a good amount of relief. So core is the center where the body actually balances itself. Got it? And Pilates is one of the best ways to strengthen your core muscles.
Hemnani 554 is saying you and your team have always been the best. And Sachin Shan is saying how many sessions of Pilates would be a normal person should do ideally?
So the recommendation that comes is you should do a minimum of 2 sessions per week, maximum 3 sessions per week, whether you do equipment Pilates or you do a mat Pilates program. If you want to see some good results, it will take anywhere between 2 to 3 months to have a more specific result, which is long lasting. We have our clients who come to us for Pilates through the year,
Okay.
2 times a week through the year. Okay, because if you strengthen your core with 3 months of with 3 months of workouts, and then you stop it for 1 year, that core is going to go back to its original state. So you need to maintain the program. Why we go to the gym? Why don't we say that, you know what, I went to the gym 3 months, now I'm not going. I did yoga for 3 months, now I'm not going. It's work in progress. You have to keep working on your body, and because of the lifestyle we all have, we are sitting for long periods of time, or we want to take part in physical fitness exercises, CrossFit, squash and all. You got to make your body. You've got to work your body to be fit for what you want to do. And I think in today's lifestyle, obviously not corona phase, but we all love to travel. Who doesn't like to
Yes.
travel? And when you travel anywhere, we go for treks. When you go overseas, you got to walk from place to place. It's not like India that you jump into a cab or an auto. It's expensive, and we all walk. And the climate is beautiful out there, so we all want to do certain kind of physical activities, cycling and things like that. So people have become more ambitious about their fitness now because they want to travel, they want to enjoy. You have people who want to dance. I mean, I've had so many people inquiring, doctor, I have a knee problem, but it's so boring in the lockdown. Can I take a Bollywood class and all? I'm like, do it, because music is a great stress buster,
Yeah.
and I like Bollywood dancing. Come on, and why not? So go ahead, but I give them a tip or two depending on what their medical issues are. That sambal ke karo, shoe pen ke karo. I've seen so many Insta videos showing, I get shocked. They don't wear shoes. They're completely flat-footed. They're wearing anything they feel like and they're doing it. I'm like, you're going to enjoy yourself. Sensible footwear is very important for exercise.
So, doctor, we were talking about like right now in lockdown, everyone is wanting to do sessions online, be it dance session. A lot of people are doing binge watching, and even schools have gone suddenly on tab and laptop. So forever and even our lives, like we are forever in front of phone, tabs, computers. So, what are the basic exercises or things that they can do, especially children? Because, suddenly children have this morning schedule where they're sitting with their tab and laptop. So, what should they do so that, their neck and back doesn't get affected?
I think this is one of the biggest challenges that parents are facing just now. Okay. Obviously, their children have been forced into a more cramped place at home. Children love to move. Children love to move around. Now, suddenly they are sitting in front of a computer or a laptop, a tab, and
Okay,
sorry.
sorry, we are having a little net issue at this point, so just give us a little while. It's buffering. Pause due to poor connection. We'll reconnect. Uh, okay, doctor, sorry, there was a net issue. Are you there? Abin
I'm there.
Sadeja,
I'm very
thank you for
much.
the lovely compliment. Sachin Shan, thank you. Okay. Yeah. We had a little net issue. So if you could start all over again about how parents are having this issue right now.
Yeah. So I think key points to the challenges parents are facing where children are concerned. One is they are in the house. Children love to play. Children love to move around. We have constricted them completely. Then for a couple of hours in the day, their schools want them to sit with laptops, computers, tablets, whatever gadgets they have. Now, furnitures in the houses are not designed for all these children to do all this work, right? They have adult-sized chairs and tables, and
Yeah.
that kid has to sit for a couple of hours and use a gadget which is actually for adult usage. So that's the second challenge that they are having. Third is how to keep your child from getting bored. Okay, so there is some element of entertainment that has to come in, but parents themselves are doing work from home. Then they have to cook and clean, and they have to look after their children. So, there's a lot. Everybody has a lot on their plate. Surprisingly, Shweta, um, whenever I've called a friend or a relative, to say hello, hi, how are you doing? And I have casually tell them, hey, bring your kids on the phone, let me say hi. The kids, surprisingly, are very chilled about this lockdown. They
Yeah,
are
that
least
is true.
stressed about the, and they have taken the lockdown in a very positive manner. I was completely surprised, like my friends 8-year-old son who is a crazy fellow who wants to run around everywhere. She's like he's behaving himself so well, and he's like telling the mother this is important, and the children have become so savvy and trying to make the parents understand that listen, these are the precautions we all have to take. So I think the children are not stressed, the parents are definitely stressed out. Okay. From a physio point of view, what are the quick tips that we have given some of our patients? Just as we have workstation arrangement as per our body height, the table and the chair that we are sitting on, and the gadget that we are using, a child's workstation, especially if they are using it for studying, they have to concentrate constantly. So that's when they need to ensure that their child's workstation is adjusted. It could be a stool, they sit on the ground and it's properly propped up for them. Their backs can be resting at the back with a wall or something so that they are well sitting. They can't be sitting on an adult chair, their legs dangling down on a big table, and then they do all sorts of funny things. So, very important is to adjust whether you need to use books, a small stool, where they are sitting upright. Kids can't be doing schoolwork slouching on their beds. Okay? Bed is for sleeping, bed is not meant for anything else. The third thing I tell them is try and educate your child that after they are watching the screen for around 20 minutes, close their eyes for 20 counts. Just close your eyes and open your eyes and look at the screen again. There is so much radiation and light coming into the children's eyes. They are having a lot of issues with eyesight, burning, watering of their eyes. And children are going to sit for their school studies. They have no choice.
Yeah.
Or on an average, the children are sitting for 3 to 4 hours for their studies. So basic thing is either you move your head away from the screen or tell the child just close your eyes 20 seconds and things like that. Children who are very hyperactive, who need a lot of energy expenditure in the house, they can do some spot jogging, they can do some skipping, they can, if they have a little bigger house which is easy to sort of, you're not going to break anything in the house and you have two children, they can throw balls to each other, they can throw a ball to each other and make it a little interesting for the children also. So some form of cardio we have to give our children. They have so much energy in them.
Correct.
The poor thing is just sitting in front of the laptop and computer. So exercise wise, cardio is important. Looking at the screen, close your eyes. Number three, if you're looking at the screen, you got to have the workstation designed in such a way so it suits your child. He's not slouching. The bed is not meant for sitting. All right. Um, what else? I think these are the three main things, and obviously, we are all going to, and they have to share some house responsibility, Shweta. They can't say, everything is going to come to us in our hands. That's how you engage the mind of a child. You have to get them to volunteer some responsibilities. It could be a simple thing like folding,
Hmm.
the clothes, laundry, or helping your mom with certain light activities. Make your own bed, settle your own cupboard. I have a friend of mine who gives these responsibilities to her children, and then she tells the child, "You do this, you finish this, and then you can have your half an hour of fun time with the TV." Because they finally, they are all sitting 4 hours in front of laptops, and then they want to
Right.
go inside the TV literally. So you got to kind of play that little balancing act for children and make their life as interesting and your life as stress free as possible. Because once your child tells you, I'm getting pain here, I'm getting back
Yeah.
pain, mama, ho gaya. Matlab studies also they will not do, and they'll come and wake you up in the middle of the night and tell you it's paining, paining. You don't want to take your child to a doctor,
Yeah.
but naturally you want to stay away from all that. So automatically then, so prevention, I think, is going to be the key here. Yeah. I know of
So,
children who are doing their entire schoolwork on a phone. And I'm like, oh
yeah,
God, how is that going to happen? But you know what? If you have three children in the house, how many gadgets are you going to get? And then the mom is at work from the laptop and the father. How many gadgets can a family keep?
true.
So sometimes there is some sharing time also between the gadgets. Yeah. I hope I answered that question
Yes,
properly.
yes, totally. Because that's the thing that, the maintaining the balance and having the basic, making their workstation as per their thing just answers it all. So,
Yeah.
Rajesh Mehta is asking, how do senior citizens benefit from online sessions?
Yeah. So again, that was an area of challenge for us. So we had two categories of senior citizens, some of them even more tech savvy than I am, and some of them obviously not knowing anything. So we had to first give them the confidence that, it can work for you. Online sessions can work for you. You tell me what you have available. Do you have a phone? Do you have a tablet? Do you have a maid or someone at home that we can tell, press this button and you will be live with us? And, they have loved it so much. They are so bored at home. They are feeling, in society today, the senior citizens are feeling very fragile, very
Yeah,
vulnerable, and they are, I have seen some of them in my building. I know when the lockdown happened, I went to every, flat where who had a senior citizen living alone without a family member and asked them, is there anything that you want, And it's amazing that they come from a generation where they are like fighters. They are fighters,
they are truly
and
the
we
fighters.
and we kind of taught them, gave them the confidence. We even told them, you know what, take pasand aayega, so we will do something about it. You don't pay us our fee. You just tell us whether you liked it. What is it something that you can manage at your end? I've had senior citizens who recently come out of hospitalization. They get whether they had corona or no corona, and they have trouble just walking from their bed to their bathroom or bed to their living room,
Hmm.
and it's something that you and I will take for granted, Shweta. But frankly, for
Yeah,
them, it's task. And within 4 sessions, patient will tell me, you know what, doc, today I was able to walk out and I could go to my living room
touch
and I
wood.
could I could go and have a bath. So, what we call as dignified living, our senior citizens need that dignified living. And Physio Rehab is very committed to that. Our first priority is senior citizens. If we don't have a slot, we will make the slot available for them. But senior citizens are our top priority because I feel they deserve it the most. Yeah.
So, I think your mom is your Devi Longani. Is that auntie? Because she just said a hello. So, if you want to say a hello
I
to
was
her, because
so
she's just coming.
She's so funny, I tell you. She told me she's going to watch me, and I was like, okay, if you can figure out where to press, come and join
Hello,
us.
auntie.
She's
Thank you for
extremely,
joining us live.
she's extremely curious कि तुम क्या कर रहे हो? ये क्या है Insta Live? So imagine the curiosity of a 78-year-old lady. कि what are you doing? And I told her it's you, Shweta, and she's like, अब तो मुझे आना है. You know? She's like, I'm coming. Shweta के साथ कर रहे हो तो I'm coming on this thing. And I'm glad, Mom, love you.
Thank you, Devi Auntie, for coming live and blessing our live session. I didn't want to interrupt you because as you started the topic where you were answering us about senior citizens, we had Auntie come and she was like, hello. So I was like, I have to mention her as we are done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also, Dr. Physio Fit Surat is saying he's Vismay, physio from Surat. Dr. Anjana is the best physio and highly committed to her work. He's giving you his regards. Subhash is saying hello.
Thank you, Vismaya. God bless you.
Marjorie is asking, can anxiety and stress be the harbinger of backache across from left to right, just from the waist, as there's no pain during exercise? So how can she improve that?
Okay, so as I said earlier, right at the beginning of my talk, you know, that holistic health and fitness has various elements. One is the physical, next is the mental, you know. If your mental space is going to be stressed, if you're going to be anxious, as a result of which you're probably not sleeping well at night, you're tensing all your muscles, it'll manifest into pain in any part of your body. Okay. When we are stressed, there is a release of a chemical in your brain that stimulates the pain. The pain center of your brain gets stimulated, it goes into a high alert, and even things that shouldn't hurt will start hurting you. When you're exercising, your mind is diverted, you're engaging with your body, and probably you don't get pain. Uh, Anxiety and stress is a big thing, you know, and you know, in today's world, mental health is taking a very huge, attention from all of us, and it cannot be under, recognized. I think it's all hand in hand, physical, mental, spiritual, and stress can have various levels. You can have mild, you know, kind of feelings of not feeling good about what's happening around us. Maybe a day or two, we'll feel little palpitation. And I don't think any of us can say कि मुझे ये feeling नहीं आई है. I
True.
think so many of us in the morning say, अरे गले में कुछ खिचखिच हो रहा है, कुछ हो तो नहीं गया, you know, that way. So anxiety and stress can have various levels. If you feel you're not coping well with your anxiety and stress, so say you speak about it to a family member, to a friend, and you feel that it's not really addressing your issues, then I think you need to, please, need to reach out to a medical professional, either a counselor or a therapist who is good in this field. Talking about it definitely will be one of the pathways, and sometimes you need to active therapy. We need to constantly be in touch with all our loved ones and just check on them
Yes.
and say all okay. Like when I message anyone, all safe, all calm, all stable. Because if we don't look after each other, who is going to look after us, you know? And that one friend or that one relative of ours sinking, you know, into a sort of an anxiety mode is not going to help them at all. And I think as human beings, we all have to reach out to each other, hold each other's hand, and say, this too shall pass. But to
Absolutely.
conclude this particular answer, if you think you can't cope, please reach out to a medical professional. Don't feel shy about it. We all need help. We all find different ways in doing it. For me, what works is doing my pranayams. If I skip it for a couple of days, I can feel that anxiousness in my body. There's responsibility that all of us have to bear. For some people, it might be reading, music. I think a lot of bathroom singers have become full-on singers on the digital space. I think painting, working with
Painting.
colors, you know, I mean, do just take a canvas or a piece of paper and splash color on it. Wow, it can do wonders to us, you know. So whatever makes you feel better, you know, and end of the day, we are all in this here. So as they say, you know, अपना time आएगा यार, आएगा. We'll all
So,
surface.
like doctor said, don't shy away. If you think you need help, do reach out. Reach out to your friends, reach out to specialists, but don't shy away from taking help. So,
Absolutely.
doctor, also a question that a lot of people ask me, especially girls, does wearing high heels daily lead to knee pains and knee surgeries or knee injuries?
You know what, Shweta? As much as all of us love wearing heels, okay, and I have also been a, what do you call it, crazy person in wearing high heels when I was much younger. Yes, it does put a lot of stress on our knees and our backs, okay? So when you're in high heels, you feel taller, you feel confident, you just somehow stand more erect, you're poised. Otherwise, you'll fall down. If you don't, wear
Yeah,
your heels correctly, you're going to fall down. So wear it from a social point of view. You're going for a wedding, a party, you feel your dress needs it. But wearing it every single day, you're definitely going to injure your knee and your back. So be judicious about it. You know, Shweta, we get a lot of people coming to us, models and actors and actresses who come to us, and majority of them tell us this, that we wear our high heels when we know that we are going to be maximally photographed. If you see nowadays, a lot of our celebrities are always wearing athletic shoes and footwear,
Yeah.
which I think is a great, because the public does look upon the celebrities. What is she wearing? Oh, she's wearing a 5-inch, 6-inch heel. And you know, I also want to wear it. But if our celebrities and public figures also wear sensible footwear, I think the message can go across very well. I have been, I've had a lot of high heel shoes, and then you give up at some point on wearing them or wear them on special occasions. So, why are you waiting for your knees to get busted? By the time you're 30, you have to give up wearing heels. You rather wear it judiciously so that you can wear it till you're 60 also, 70 also. So that's how I would say. Or modify the way your high heels are. Wear wedges or heels which have got a good back support with a strap so that it holds your foot together. You know, that's how it is.
Also, since we're talking about foot, not many people know about flat feet and coronated feet, and they don't know what is happening to them till they come to you, because this was something I learned when I started visiting physio rehab. So if you could educate our viewers a little on this.
So, Shweta, you know, the human feet, let's put it that way, is very unique. All right, only a human being, a person, a human being has such kind of feet. No other animal on this planet has the kind of design that we have. The feet are the foundation on which the rest of the body is standing, right? It takes
Right.
all the impact of the body weight. And tell me, gym is there that tells you about exercising the feet? There isn't anything
Okay,
except
we're
for calf.
having it.
Should I continue, Shweta?
You'll have to repeat. We lost you because of the internet. So if you could just repeat again.
Sure, sure,
Could
sure,
you, we lost you from the foundation of the feet.
sure. So the foundation of the body, on what the entire body is upright and standing, are your feet. All right, your feet and your spine are actually your two holding structures. Your feet are very unique because only human beings have this kind of a design. No other animal on this planet has it. Now, the feet that take the stress of the entire body, when do you think in the gym do we exercise it? Except for the calf muscle, there is no individual exercise for your feet. So your feet are constantly being abused and used, and the wear and tear is constantly taking place. Now, all of us don't have the perfect foot alignment.
Right.
Majority of us. So, if I was to randomly take 10 people off the street and check their feet, I would find at least 8 people with some foot positioning fault. All right, which category they come into is a technical thing, but 8 people out of 10 people will have it. Some people will have pain, some people will not have pain, but majority of them at some point in life will land up with pain. And one of them is called flat foot. Flat foot means the arches of your feet. If you see my hand, if this is the arch of your feet, this is your toes, this is your heel, it's flat. So instead of being here, it's flat. So when your body weight comes from the top, the impact that comes on your feet cannot be taken by your feet. So it will injure your heel, your calf, your toes, your knee. You can get various problems that can start from the foot, knee, hip, and back as a result of having flat foot. And I think when children go to pediatricians, they should be assessed for this, and when required, sent off to a physio for a proper assessment, give advice for appropriate footwear in school. You'll be
Okay.
amazed that even today's schools are telling children to wear the canvas shoes that probably, at least I wore it through my school life. They have no shock absorption. Okay, so we actually advise the parents on what's corrective footwear. If your child is into sports, you definitely must get your child assessed for foot alignment problem. And it's easily manageable. You have a customized insole that goes into your shoe, and as your child grows higher and higher, in weight and in height, it needs to be changed once every 2 years, and then a lot of the children do benefit from it in the long run. Same way with adults. I have so many patients coming to us saying, I have a knee problem. The problem is with the foot, the victim is the knee. You correct the foot
Okay.
alignment, the knee pain goes away. It just goes away. And that's where, so you got to find that causative factor. I call it victim and culprit. तुम victim के पीछे मत जाओ. Go behind the culprit. The culprit is put into jail. Your victim is not going to have any problem. So the job of the physiotherapist, I call us like crime investigators, like who is the culprit? That's what we do. We are like, that way. We are investigators that find out what is causing the problem. And we try and solve it. Hopefully we get results.
Thank you, doctor, for answering all my questions and all our viewers' questions. I have a lot more questions, but we are running out of time. In 1 minute, Insta will just stop our live session, and I don't want to lose this session. So thank you for joining us live, and I'm going to trouble you again for another live session very soon. So
Sure.
anything you want to
Most
tell the
welcome.
viewers before I hit the end button?
Well, I just think, firstly, Shweta, thank you for having me over. I think you're an excellent host. That's
Thank
absolute,
you.
excellent host, someone who doesn't have medical knowledge. I think you were absolutely to the point. I'm very happy with the kind of questions that came across, very relevant, to the point, and I hope I have answered the questions and it gives value to our viewers. And just stay safe, stay active here, stay active in your heart, stay active in your body, so all of us can get out of this situation and just be more responsible human beings on earth. Also check